we're here with Red Farmer, the 97F late model. Tell us exactly how old you are for everybody out there that's wondering.
I'm not sure. I was too damn young to read the birth certificate when I was born.
You recently had shoulder surgery.
No, I got a birthday coming up in 3 weeks. I'll be 83 years old.
Well, happy birthday. What you want for your
October
birthday?
15th, I'll be 83.
What you want for your birthday?
Huh?
What do you want for your birthday?
More of them.
You recently had shoulder surgery, didn't you? This your first time back out at the track?
No, I ran a couple weeks ago.
Did?
Well, about a month ago. I come out here and ran. I drove mostly with one arm, but I just tried out. I had a new motor in the car. I wanted to try it out, and I come over and ran a few laps. I think I finished 9th or 10th in the feature. But
well, how are you feeling tonight?
feeling a little bit better. I've had 4 more weeks of rehab, and they're going to therapy Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 3 days a week to work on the shoulder. So it's done pretty good. I think I can drive with both hands tonight.
Well, you've been doing this a long time. What keeps you motivated to keep coming out to the track?
I've been doing it for 67 years.
I know. What keeps you coming out here?
I still enjoy it, still have fun doing it. Usually now my grandson's parked right next to me. He runs too. My grandson over there, he works on my cars. My daughter usually comes up here and sells a t-shirt, so it's kind of a family deal, but I still enjoy coming up here and racing. I'm not going to be no couch potato. And, you know, when I get too old to drive, then I'm going to have to put one of my other grandsons, put him in the car and let him start running. And I'll still be working on him, working all the time, because I've got a motto, I'm going to wear out, not rust out. So.
Well, tell me, how long have you been driving this particular car? This
is a rocket car. I bought this car about 2 years ago, or maybe 3 years ago. I'm not real sure on the time on it. I've got a Raven car that I'm getting ready for him, then I've got a GRT car. I've got 3 cars and run all of them. But this here is my best car right now. It's just a rocket car. So I just got a new motor in it. Never been on a racetrack with this motor, so it's going to be a new one tonight. See how it does.
Well, do you ever travel and go race anywhere? You always stay here in Talladega?
Oh, yeah, I ran, but I don't much anymore. I kind of slowed down. I ran the Prelude to the Dream up there for Tony at El Doro for 5 years. That Wednesday night where we ran, they had all the cup drivers come in and run. I ran that first 5 years they ran up at El Doro, so for Tony. And they had Tony only wanted to have 25 cars up there, so everybody got to run. And he had a chance to get that Pastrana come in and run, and I told him, hell, give him my spot. I said, I don't need to be running this damn track. It's too fast for somebody 80 years old anyway. I said, that's fast for 25-year-olds out there. So Pastrana got my ride, and I didn't run it no more after 5 years. So.
Do you still go up to Eldora, or you just stay mainly?
Oh, I went up to I usually go up to the World and Dream. Go back up there and watch the Dream and the World. They're 2 good shows to watch. I didn't go this year. I went up to Florence, Kentucky, to the Dirt Track Hall of Fame in that North-South shootout. That was a big race. It was a 100 lapper, paid $50,000 to win. That was a real good show. So I went up there and spent 3 days doing that. So I just goof off now, do what I want to.
Well, since you're driving with 2 arms tonight, what do you think about your chances to win tonight?
And I don't know. That don't really matter to me anymore. Really.
You don't need any more arms?
No,
you don't...
I mean, in other words, you're going to do the best you can with what you got, regardless. So, I mean, I always go out there and run my best and hope for the best, you know. So, I ran 22 races last year, and I had 14 top 10s and 5 top 5. So, as long as I can still be competitive and run up in the top 10, I'm happy with it. I don't have to win anymore. I've already won 752 races. So, I do this just like a pro golfer goes out on the weekend and plays with his buddies. That's what I'm doing now. I ran NASCAR for 40 years and won 4 national championships in NASCAR. So on asphalt, I won 2 races across the street on the big speedway. I won the ARCA 500 twice over there. So I do this for the fun of it. I just come up here the weekend, enjoy it, have no pressure, run the best I can. If I go out there and run 8th and 9th and battle somebody and have a good race with them, I'm happy. So.
Well, to all the young guys coming up in racing, what kind of advice would you give to the younger kids coming into it?
Have a lot of money is the biggest thing I tell them. Or have a rich daddy or something. I mean you got to have sponsorship nowadays to be able to succeed. I've been very fortunate. Long Lewis Ford has been on my car for 53 years. They started sponsoring me in 1962 on a handshake, and that's all it's been the whole time. So I've got the longest sponsorship in racing history. That's about 25 years longer than the STP was on Richard Petty's car. So they're still on my car. Started sponsoring me in 1962, 53 years ago, and they're still sponsoring me today. So you've got to have a sponsorship to be able to cover the expenses now, because the purses don't equal the expenses for you to run for. I mean, it's a tough deal anymore to try to run them, especially on the weekly shows, to where the kids have got to get started on a weekly show, you know. But now they got chances to start off in go-karts and move up into street stock, into bombers and hot shots and stuff, and then move into crates and sportsmen and move up the ladder. When we started racing, there was no divisions. You just got out there and got run over, and you got fast enough to get out of the way. So it makes a lot of difference.
Well, do you think it's more about money or talent these days?
Well, I can't hear you. Do what now?
I said, do you think it's more about money or talent these days in racing?
Well, it's about money now, because, you know, Banjo Matthews used to have a sign over his door that said, speed costs money, how fast you want to go. In other words, how much money you got depends on how fast you're going to go. So it's nowadays you can, you know, a driver doesn't have to have this new crate division. I think is really the good thing for the kids. They can buy a motor now cheaper. Instead of buying a $20,000 motor, they can buy a $5,000 motor and get a couple of years experience in the same cars, and then change motors, move up a class without changing cars. So I think that helped a lot. So.
All right, that's Red Farmer.